Please welcome President-elect Donald J. Trump.
As the dust settles on one of the most contentious elections in U.S. history, a new power dynamic is emerging that could forever reshape the American political and business landscape. At the heart of this seismic shift stands none other than Elon Musk, whose support played a pivotal role in Trump's unexpected return to the White House.
Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major
Now, with the former president back in power, the big question on everyone's mind is, what exactly does Musk have up his sleeve? What's the endgame for this enigmatic tech tycoon, and how does it all tie into Trump's agenda? The technocrat's gambit. We all know Elon Musk is a visionary who doesn't just think outside the box. He shatters it entirely and constructs his own extraordinary reality. His grand ambitions extend far beyond the realm of politics. And with the return of Donald Trump to a position of power, Musk now finds himself in an unparalleled position to execute his most audacious moves yet. To better understand what Elon Musk truly desires, let's first talk about the evolution of his political leanings over time. His transformation from a vocal Trump skeptic to an influential supporter is not just a personal journey. It's a revealing lens through which we can see the shifting dynamics of the tech world and its intricate relationship with politics. So let's break it down. From skeptic to kingmaker. Let's rewind to the beginning. Back in 2015, when the political landscape was shaking up and Trump was just beginning to emerge as a formidable contender for the presidency, Musk made headlines with his candid views on the matter. In a revealing interview with Vanity Fair, he didn't mince words when he stated that Trump was probably not the right guy for the job. This was no casual observation. Musk was expressing deep-seated concerns about a figure who would soon dominate the national conversation. Fast forward to 2022, and those initial reservations were given new life when Musk took to Twitter to reassert his doubts about Trump's capabilities as a leader. What has propelled such a complex journey, and why does it matter? Musk's skepticism stemmed from various factors, all of which paint a clearer picture of his ideological framework at the time. Firstly, there was a palpable concern about Trump's grasp of intricate technological and economic issues. As someone who has made a name for himself through innovation and the advancement of technology, Musk was understandably worried about a leader whose expertise seemed to reside more in showmanship than substance. This is a critical point for anyone passionate about the future of technology and governance. How could the country transition into a more tech-savvy era under someone who appeared to lack a foundational understanding of the very issues driving that change? Furthermore, Musk's apprehensions were fueled by stark disagreements over climate change policy. As the CEO of companies that champion sustainable energy solutions, such as Tesla, Musk had a vested interest in environmentally conscious leadership. Trump's dismissal of climate change as a serious issue clashed directly with Musk's own commitment to finding sustainable paths forward. It was a clash of philosophies where the stakes couldn't have been higher: the future of our planet. And let's not forget about Trump's confrontational leadership style, an approach that many, including Musk, viewed with trepidation. The tech industry thrives on collaboration, innovation, and open discourse. Trump's more aggressive tactics threatened to undermine these fundamental values. This was not just about policies or projects. It was about the very ethos that fuels the tech world. So what led to Musk's eventual embrace of Trump? Well, his transition unfolded over time, influenced by three key factors that stirred his thinking. Let's break it down. PayPal Mafia. One of the most considerable influences came from the so-called PayPal Mafia, the group of former executives and other pivotal players from PayPal who ventured on to create or invest in other groundbreaking tech companies. This network of innovators collectively played a crucial role in molding Musk's political philosophies. Among these influential figures was Peter Thiel, who's perhaps best known for his unabashed support for Trump and his call for major shifts in both economic and political landscapes. Thiel's libertarian ideas echo the principles of minimal government intervention and the power of individual freedom, concepts that deeply resonated with Musk's own entrepreneurial drive and aspirations. The dynamics were complex, yet there was an undeniable synergy between Musk's ambitions and the fervent ideals coming from this circle. As Musk mingled with these innovative minds, the adolescent dreams of technological revolution began to align more closely with a politicized vision that embraced bold reform. Their shared ethos placed a premium on personal liberty. It elevated the discussion surrounding the role of the government in the lives of individuals and businesses. This was not just theoretical chatter, it was a clarion call for fundamental change, a volatile concoction that began to shape Musk's political leanings. Musk's gradual political evolution reflects a larger narrative, a tension between innovation-driven capitalism and traditional political structures. As he navigated through the shifting landscape of Silicon Valley, the interplay of these influences became more pronounced. It's fascinating to observe how an entrepreneur of his caliber can emerge from the pressure cooker of tech innovation with a worldview that not only embraces modernity, but also seeks to fundamentally alter the status quo. In many ways, Musk represents that rare blend of tech genius and political provocateur. He didn't just adapt to the prevailing winds of change, he actively sought to harness them, all while building bridges between seemingly disparate realms. As the landscape unfolded, his ideological leanings and public persona evolved together, thrusting him into a position of notable influence, both in technology and politics. Now let's move on to the next key factor. The regulatory tightrope. Elon Musk's rising discontent with democratic policies is a tale filled with complexity and urgency. This growing frustration centers primarily around government regulations, particularly those impacting technology, cryptocurrency, and the ever-evolving realm of artificial intelligence. Musk's political transition was fueled by his passionate belief that these regulations were not just unnecessary, but detrimental to progress. Musk has made no secret of his stance. He believes that an avalanche of regulations is severely choking the life out of innovation, especially in cutting-edge fields like autonomous vehicles and space exploration. He sees these innovations as the future, and any attempts to rein them in are tantamount to handcuffing dreamers and doers. In a world where technology can unlock incredible advancements, excessive control feels to Musk like a death knell for creativity. Shift your gaze to cryptocurrency, and Musk's criticisms sharpen even further. He has been outspoken against regulatory attempts aimed at curbing the free flow of digital currencies. For him, these aren't just financial tools. They symbolize a broader principle of financial independence. When governments step in to regulate cryptocurrencies, Musk views this as nothing short of an invasion of personal liberty. Imagine trying to control a wild stallion, forceful and against its nature. That's how he perceives these regulations on the crypto frontier, an infringement on freedom that could stifle an entire burgeoning economy. Now let's talk about artificial intelligence, a topic ripe with possibilities and peril. Musk has made waves with his repeated warnings about over-regulation in this critical area. He points out that while safeguards are essential, there is a fine line between necessary oversight and constraints that could slow down revolutionary advancements. To Musk, AI stands as one of the cornerstones of future technology that could propel humanity into new realms. Yet it risks becoming a target for suffocating regulations that would hinder its potential. Through these lenses, technology, cryptocurrency, and AI, Musk's disillusionment with democratic policies shines starkly. For him, the call for greater regulation feels less like a safety net and more like a stranglehold. The tension surrounding this dynamic is palpable. It's not merely a personal disagreement, but a reflection of a larger ideological battle raging in today's society. The Free Speech Alliance, Elon Musk's growing alignment with Donald Trump, centers on one of the most contentious and polarizing issues of our time: free speech. This isn't just a passing interest, it's a defining element that ties their political views together like a tightly wound thread. When Musk took the plunge and acquired Twitter, now rebranded as X, he didn't just buy a social media platform, he ignited a revolution in how information is moderated online. And this shift dovetailed neatly with Trump's scathing critiques of social media censorship. Consider the implications of Musk's acquisition. This wasn't about simply gaining control over a popular platform. It was a move that sent shockwaves through political and media realms alike. Musk believed in the power of open dialogue, and he viewed the previous moderation policies as stifling. Under his direction, X underwent transformative changes in how it approached content moderation. Suddenly, the emphasis shifted toward enabling broader conversations, allowing more diverse voices to be heard, even those that often faced off against the mainstream narrative. In many ways, Musk positioned himself as the champion of free expression, resonating with Trump's own stance against perceived censorship. Thus, their shared perspective on free speech emerged as fertile ground for political partnership. Trump has been vocal about what he characterizes as an assault on free speech, particularly from technology companies that wield enormous influence over public discourse. This shared battle cry echoed through the halls of political debates and media outlets alike, creating a powerful connection between the two figures. For Musk, the fight wasn't just ideological, it was deeply personal. He viewed the control tech giants exercised over information as fundamentally antithetical to innovation and progress. As he reshaped Twitter's policies, Musk mirrored Trump's narrative, framing the issue of censorship as one against the establishment. His actions signaled that he was willing to take risks and push boundaries, fully aware that disruption often comes with backlash. By aligning himself with Trump on these issues, Musk tapped into a potent undercurrent of discontent among many who felt marginalized in today's digital battleground. This alignment wasn't just tactical, it represented a larger philosophical stance that emphasized the necessity of free speech in a democracy. So why does this all matter? Let me explain. America PAC, Elon Musk's America PAC, emerged as a monumental force in shaping the landscape of Donald Trump's successful 2024 presidential campaign. This moment didn't just mark a new chapter for Musk's political engagement. It underscored the staggering influence that billionaire donors can wield in American politics today. Founded in May 2024, America PAC swiftly became a financial powerhouse in the electoral arena. To put things in perspective, this PAC poured an astounding estimated $200 million into supporting Trump's campaign. That number is jaw-dropping, far exceeding earlier projections that had pegged Musk's backing at around $119 million. When you realize that Musk himself was responsible for a significant portion of these funds, with some assistance from fellow affluent supporters like investor Nelson Peltz and members of the DeVos family, it paints a picture of just how seriously he and his allies took the potential of this election. With this level of financial commitment, Musk catapulted himself into the upper echelons of political donors, a realm inhabited by a select few who possess the resources and determination to influence outcomes in such significant ways. This escalation in Musk's political donations made headlines and sent ripples through the political landscape, showcasing how an individual's financial muscle can shift the momentum of a campaign. Diving deeper into demographic targeting, America PAC made it a priority to engage with young men who idolize Musk, as well as Black and Latino men, populations where Trump saw potential for significant electoral gains. By crafting messages and initiatives that spoke to these audiences, the PAC effectively expanded Trump's outreach in demographics that have traditionally leaned towards Democratic candidates. Then there's the digital frontier, an area where Musk's technological expertise shone brightly. America PAC heavily invested in digital advertising, employing sophisticated strategies to connect with voters on social media and other cutting-edge online platforms. This investment wasn't just about staying relevant, it was a calculated effort to reach hearts and minds in a world increasingly governed by digital interactions. The impact of America PAC on Trump's campaign strategy cannot be overstated. It enabled the campaign to allocate resources with laser precision. Cost savings were significant. The extensive field operations funded by the PAC meant that Trump's campaign could conserve its own financial resources for other essential expenditures, like national advertisements and focused outreach initiatives. In turn, this created a snowball effect. Expanded reach into demographics that had previously shown resistance allowed the campaign to broaden its appeal and possibly convert traditional Democratic voters. But what's Musk's game in all of this? Entangled ambitions, Elon Musk's sprawling business empire, comprising heavyweights like Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and Starlink, is not just a collection of forward-thinking companies. Instead, it's intricately woven into the fabric of government contracts and regulations. This entanglement plays a crucial role in shaping Musk's business strategies and profoundly impacts his political alignments, fueling his advocacy for deregulation across the board. To fully understand this dynamic, let's talk at how these companies rely on government partnerships and regulatory frameworks to not only survive but thrive. Begin with SpaceX. This aerospace company isn't just launching rockets into orbit. It has landed billions in contracts with NASA and the Department of Defense. These contracts aren't mere paperwork. They encompass essential services like satellite launch operations, transporting astronauts to the International Space Station, and providing military communication capabilities through Starlink. What's fascinating here is SpaceX's emphasis on fixed-price contracts. Unlike traditional cost-plus agreements that often leave taxpayers footing the bill for runaway expenses, these fixed contracts push accountability, something Musk has passionately criticized when it comes to cost-plus arrangements. According to him, those types of contracts breed inefficiency, ultimately slowing down progress and innovation. Now, pivoting to Tesla, it's not just the leader of the electric vehicle revolution. It's also a company benefiting heavily from government incentives designed to promote eco-friendly transportation. Think tax credits making electric vehicle purchases more appealing to consumers, or grants aimed at increasing charging infrastructure across the country. But it's not all smooth sailing. Tesla navigates a complex web of stringent safety regulations enforced by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. These rules have led to various recalls and investigations, particularly surrounding the safety of the company's self-driving technology. So while Tesla accelerates toward a sustainable future, it must also contend with the heavy hand of regulatory oversight. Then there's Neuralink, a company diving headfirst into the realm of neurotechnology, striving to create brain-computer interfaces that could revolutionize how we interact with technology. But there's a catch. These cutting-edge innovations require regulatory approval from agencies like the Food and Drug Administration. This process isn't a walk in the park. It involves rigorous scrutiny to ensure that safety and efficacy remain paramount. As a result, Neuralink's operations hinge heavily on government oversight, complicating the timeline for breakthroughs. Let's not forget about Starlink, Musk's ambitious satellite internet service that aims to provide high-speed internet access to even the most remote corners of the globe. However, regulatory challenges have reared their heads. Recently, Starlink faced a significant setback, a denial of nearly $900 million in federal subsidies intended to help expand broadband access in rural areas. Such decisions aren't made in isolation. The Federal Communications Commission oversees Starlink's operations, including critical aspects like spectrum allocation and compliance with a myriad of telecommunications regulations. This intricate web of entanglement between Musk companies and government bodies doesn't just dictate how these enterprises operate, it also shapes Musk's political advocacy. With such heavy reliance on government contracts, it's no wonder that Musk has become a vocal advocate for deregulation. He argues that reducing bureaucratic barriers and streamlining regulatory processes is essential for fostering innovation. Imagining a future where technological advancements aren't stifled by outdated regulation. Future outlook. The potential for a Trump administration to create a favorable landscape for Elon Musk companies is not just hopeful speculation. With Trump's backing, the trajectory of contracts could take a dramatic upswing. We're talking about more lucrative government contracts from NASA and the military, money that could send SpaceX soaring even higher. The U.S. government is shifting towards privatizing broader aspects of space exploration and military logistics. This means there's a golden opportunity for SpaceX to nab contracts that were once exclusively in the hands of government agencies. Imagine the stakes: more projects, more missions, and consequently, more revenue flowing into SpaceX's coffers. Under a supportive administration, the horizon looks not just bright, but also filled with possibilities for private sector space advancements. But let's talk about Tesla, a company leading the electric vehicle revolution. A pro-business administration could lead to relaxed regulations, particularly regarding Tesla's self-driving technology. These regulations often slow the rollout of Tesla's groundbreaking autonomous features. If a Trump administration moves to loosen these stringent controls, it would open the floodgates for faster deployment of fully autonomous vehicles onto public roads. Think about that for a moment. more Teslas operating autonomously, contributing to a revolution in transportation while simultaneously boosting Tesla's market dominance. The pace of innovation could catapult ahead, leaving competitors in the dust. Then there's Neuralink, Musk's bold venture into the world of neurotechnology. Under a Trump administration, Musk might discover a way to exert influence over the FDA processes, leading to expedited reviews of Neuralink's groundbreaking technologies. This shift could mean that while competitors are stuck in the approval trenches, Neuralink could swiftly navigate the regulatory maze, launching its innovative products into the market ahead of the pack. The impact on healthcare and human enhancement could be monumental, radically altering how we understand interaction with technology in healthcare. The implications of these potential changes are enormous. Musk's enterprises could benefit not just from strategic business advantages, but also from a broader shift in how government and private sectors interact. With a favorable administration working in tandem with Musk's ambitious vision, the stage could be set for unprecedented advancements that reshape multiple industries. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The intersection of business and politics raises vital questions regarding ethics and the public good. Can we trust that Musk's push for expedited approvals and loosened regulations will prioritize safety and accountability? And what could be the long-term ramifications for the industries involved, including safety and market competition? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below.